Hello and how's it going, everyone? Thank you for clicking on this video. I am Screen Scene Guru coming at you with a Raw Monday night review. This was for last week's episode on the 20th. I just recently watched it, so I'm a little bit behind, but I am getting caught up. So I just want to give you a little bit of highlights over the fights and then give you my personal opinion. And then I'm open for comments, discussion, all sorts of good things. Without further ado, let's get into it. Um, so I've got the WWE Raw page open, and I've also taken a bit of notes down as well in my personal journal. So going into the main event, they talk about Jey Uso yeeted Gunther from the ring ahead of the whole world for the heavyweight championship. Um, so yeah, that was an interesting thing. I'm not a big fan of Jey Uso. I know a lot of people give him a big standing out show off, doing the whole yeet dance. I'm not a big fan of it. I know Gunther is a ring general, so I'm a big advocate for him. But going into the rest of the fight, we got to see uh, let's see. Rey Mysterio defeated Kofi Kingston from the New Days, and that was a pretty good fight. It lasted a pretty long while, and it looked like Rey Mysterio was actually having some tough time in the ring with the younger fighter for a little bit. But then around the second half of the fight, he pulled his own, and he got to do some amazing flips and off the stage work, which was really cool to see. Um, so that was awesome. They did a bit of backstage drama when the New Days showed up, trying to pay off a judge for good praise and good a shout out kind of $2, and then they ended up taking the money back, which I was like kind of ridiculous that they tried to do something like that for someone that was hosting for the games. I thought was kind of funny. And then uh, later on, I've seen on Instagram and stuff like that, they've got Jake Paul showing up in the WWE Raw, making his premiere, his debut. They've also got New Day Suck merch, which is going around viral for some reason over there at WWE. Um, but moving on into some more stuff, we got to see Kevin Owens come face to face with Sami Zayn and claims what they can headline WrestleMania together as long as they help one another. And I don't know what Kevin Owens was thinking. KO, he's a madman. You know, he's been known to pull the wild stunts before in the ring. For those of you that have watched him before, so for him to team up with Sami Zayn, I think he's just trying to assure himself not getting thrown out of the ring quite as soon. So that's kind of funny. And then we also got to see the Nia Jax versus Bayley fight. So this was one of my favorite anticipated fights. I was really hoping Bayley would hold her own against Nia. Unfortunately, she suffered an arm injury during the fight, and we got to see how that really took a toll on her. It limited her movements and how she was able to defend herself, but also attack. And Nia Jax ended up just like dominating over her. So it was sad to see. And then we got to see the women's heavyweight championship title, Rhea Ripley, come out into the ring, and she fought Nia Jax outside the ring. She kicked her out of the ring and then out into the stage podium where the judges host the show, and made a big spectacle. They got all the security guards out that they could, which I thought was very funny. But very good, well played up show. Um, Also, one of the really cool fights was Pesca defeating Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne tried to pull some stunts on Pesca, tried to break his fingers, and tried to pull some dirty moves. And he was the real heel of the fight. We were all rooting for Pesca in this latest fight on the 20th, and he won, which was really cool to see. It took him a while. He was a good fight because it took him a long time to take him down. We were wondering who this new Dune character was who showed up as a heel. I hadn't seen him before. And it looked like he had some interesting moves, but couldn't hold his own to Pesca. So that was interesting to see. Also, we got to see CM Punk vowed that no one will stop him from making history at Royal Rumble. I felt like that was like a big publicity stunt. I like CM Punk. I've been, advocating for him for well over a year now, saying that I like him a lot. I like that, all his stuff that he does. But recently, since Netflix started with this Raw, it felt like he was kind of almost a sellout, and I feel like a lot of people have been saying that, a lot of people, but more now so than they have in the last few years. So that's interesting to see. Um, Going on, yeah, to the ladies' fight. Also, Ikio Sky defeated Dakota Kai and defeated China Blazer and Zoe Shark, which was a fantastic match to see. She was jumping in and out of the ring, all over the place, really action packed. And she was with the audience, cheering on the fact that the match was going so well. She was backup, I believe, for Zoe Shark, or one of the others. I'm not exactly sure, but she was a backup for one of the original Ring Girls. Was getting her ass kicked, and then she tapped in Iko Sky, who's a new up and coming fighter in the women's league, and really making a name for herself, which is cool to see. Uh, so moving on, see if they got anything else. Yeah, so in the final fight, which was Drew McIntyre versus Seth frickin' Rollins, which I wasn't really anticipating this as being much of a fight, because the last time they did this, Seth frickin' Rollins won, even though I felt like the fight was it was well off-sided. We all kind of figured Drew was going to win, even though he didn't. Even though he's a bigger guy, built bigger, looks like he could take Seth frickin' Rollins in a instant, like a bite. But he's lost the last 2 games to him, so we don't know what's going on with him, even though he's challenged him to Royal Rumble, and other games outside of Raw. But we got to see during their match, things were getting hot and heavy with the 2 fighters. It looked like they were getting tired. Seth frickin' Rollins was getting his ass handed to him, and he called in for some support from um, Zane, whatever his name is. Quick. Uh, Explosive punch against Drew McIntyre. Sami Zayn attempted to help, post rematch, but the attack, blast, havoc, Havuka, Havuka kick. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but he basically tried to get Drew McIntyre with this high kick, and Drew dodged it, and he hit his buddy Seth frickin' Rollins with the kick. And Drew McIntyre walked off the stage laughing, making a big old scene, on leaving up hype for next week. But that was really cool to see. What do you guys think about the episodes so far? I've been loving them. I've just been not watching them quite when they come out. I need to be more on that about that. But what do you guys think of the video so far? Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at ScreenSceneGuru, for future videos, other uploads coming out down the line, movies, games, TV, all kinds of good things. But all right, I think this will do it for my Raw review of Monday night, January 20th fight. I thought it was very good. I liked most of the determinations. There were a few that I didn't like, but that's to be common. So yeah, have a good one, guys. Catch me in my next video, and have a nice one. Alrighty. Bye-bye.